as always, my name is Amanda. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda, and always, welcome. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda, and always.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Amanda. If you're new here, as always, welcome to my channel. For today's look, I have a New Year's type glam look. Of course, if you want to wear this any day of the week, girl, you do your thing. But for this specific tutorial, I kind of aimed it towards the New Year's time. We have some silver glitter on the lids and a big dramatic wing and some bright lips. So if you want to see just how I got this look, then please just keep watching. Okay guys, you know the drill. The first thing we're going to do is take our handy Scotch tape and set the line for our wing. To prime our eyelids today, I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the original formula and just putting this all over both lids. For most of the eyeshadows today, I'm going to be going out of the Makeup Revolution Redemption eyeshadow palette, Iconic number 2. That is a really long name. And the first shade we're just going to be taking is the lightest one in the palette, and this is just to set down that eyeshadow primer that we put on and just kind of create an even base. The shades in this palette don't have any names, so I'll just kind of point out to you which one I'm using. For the second shade, I'm taking the Cool Tone light brown shade and just kind of putting this a little bit on the outer V and mainly focusing it in the crease just as a good transition shade. Going in with the second to the darkest shade, which is a dark, still kind of cool tone brown. I'm just going to take this and put it exactly over where we put the transition shade just to build up that color and make the crease of our eye a little bit more prominent. And now for the scary part, we're going to go in with the black. I'm using a tapered brush for this just to really concentrate that on the very outer V of the eye and in the very center of the crease there, just to kind of build up that intensity again and make the crease a little bit more defined. So don't be scared to use the black, just use a little bit at a time and just kind of build it up and then blend it out smoothly later. On to the fun sparkly part. So on the lid, I didn't show a clip of it because I forgot, but I'm taking my e.l.f. smudge pot in the shade Ain't That Sweet. It's kind of like a pink, sort of silverish shade, as you can see here. And the consistency of this shadow is very, like, kind of almost liquidy. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's very wet, so it's kind of creates a sticky base. So I'm just placing this all over the eyelid wherever I'm going to put the glitter shadow, just to create that base so that whenever we go in with the glitter shadow, it'll really stick to it and we won't have much fallout, and it'll really make it more vibrant. For the glitter eyeshadow, I'm going to be going in with my ColourPop Super Shock shadow in the shade Tassel, and in the pot it looks very stark white with some glitter reflex in there, but whenever you put it over top of this smudge pot, it kind of creates like a beautiful silver glittery look that is perfect for the holiday season. Is take my e.l.f. Intense Ink eyeliner, and it's kind of in a pencil form, and just carve out the outer part of that wing. And then as you see here, I'll go in with my NYC liquid liner, which is the #1 liquid liner at the drugstore in my opinion, and I'll just finish out that wing. moving on to the face makeup here, I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for combo skin and just rub/pat this all over my face. And for those problematic areas, y'all know we all got them. I'm just taking my NYX green concealer and just using that to hide any redness or imperfections on my face. For foundation, I'm trying out this e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. This is probably only like the 3rd or 4th time that I've ever used it. Mine is in the shade Porcelain, and so far I'm really loving it. I think the coverage is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but for me that's not really a deal breaker. I'm more of a medium coverage kind of girl, and the finish is kind of a demi matte finish, which again for me is perfectly fine, especially in the winter because my face doesn't get quite so oily. And then I'm going to take this oval brush. Honestly, I can't even remember where I got this or what the name of it was. And I'm taking my Tarte Maracuja oil that I actually got in my Ipsy bag this month, and just using that to kind of give my face a little bit more life because it has been really dry recently since it just got a little bit colder here in Texas. For concealer, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer, and mine is in the shade Fair. It does look pretty light on camera, but whenever I blend it out with the foundation, it does look much more normal or natural, I guess, as natural as you can get with putting on this much concealer on your face. But after you blend it all out, I promise you it does all come together. To set my under eyes, I'm just going to be taking my all-time favorite Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder and just using that on a little Real Technique sponge and baking underneath my eyes and everywhere else where I put the concealer on my face. To set the rest of my face, I'm just taking my e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder in the shade Clear and just putting this wherever I didn't put the Laura Mercier powder, just to set that foundation one more time before I go in with my bronzer. For my contour today, I'm going to be taking the NYX blush in the shade Taupe, and I'm just really using this to start chiseling out those cheekbones with kind of a dense brush, and then I'll take a larger fluffy brush and really just blend that out and make it look all smooth and blended. Time to wipe away the bake. To bronze up the entire face, I'm going to be taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and just kind of putting this everywhere that we did put that contour shade, just to give the skin some warmth and bronze it on up. Blush, I have the NYX Ombre blush in the shade number 4 Mauve Me, and this is just a really good kind of natural pinkish toned blush that's not too overpowering. Here, I forgot to show a clip of what I was using, but I just went back in with the same shadows that I used on the crease and outer V of my eye and just running those underneath the lower lash line to give it a little bit more definition. Now for my favorite part, the highlight. I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Glow Kit, and the shade out of it I'm using is Snow, and I'm just placing this on the high points of my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, and of course the tip of my nose. For lip liner, I'm just taking my MAC lip pencil in the shade Soar and just lining my lips and also filling them in. And then for my actual lip color, I'm taking the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Panda, which is actually one of my all-time favorite lip colors by them. Of course, I love my nudes, but for something a little bit more dramatic, this is definitely one of my favorites. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Maybe you got some ideas for how you want your makeup to be on New Year's. Also, I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year. I hope that 2017 brings you everything you want it to and then some. So yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that button down below so you won't miss out on my future videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!